fucking bracket!
What's going on, everyone? So welcome to my latest video. This is my review for the TV series Fleabag. So Fleabag is a TV series that aired from 2016 to 2019 on Amazon Prime. It was a total of 12 episodes, 6 episodes per season. These episodes vary between 23 to 27 minutes long. And this is a show that with Amazon Prime, I obviously have that. And the thing is with Amazon Prime, I would constantly hear about how it picked up a bunch of Emmys, and that also Fleabag apparently was a really good blending of drama and comedy. So just hearing that, it was something that I always was kind of like, okay, I need to check out. So I had it on my watch list for a while. And then I finally decided to just check it out. And this was a show that I watched slowly. It wasn't a binge watch, even though you would think that it is that type of show. But it's one of those shows, it's hard to explain, but it's just one of those shows that I was watching. And although I was liking, I never thought to myself, yeah, I'm going to binge watch this in a day. I just felt like I needed time in between each episode that I watched, which is okay. I mean, some shows are like that. This is definitely one of them. For those of you that don't know, this is a show that is quite simply about a young woman. It's a comedy series about a young woman in London, her everyday life, as well as how she's going through some tragedy involving her one friend. The interesting thing is about this show is, as I mentioned, it's blending comedy and drama. And I think that the drama is honestly the most effective part about this show. Yeah, sure, I liked some of the comedy throughout this show. And I also really liked how a lot of the comedy, it's very dry. And the sophistication of the dryness of the humor is something that more often than not, I found myself smiling, but I didn't actually laugh out loud throughout the show. In fact, there were only a handful of times I would say where I did. But that's fine because, again, this is a show that it's not 100% about the comedy. It's also, in fact, about the drama. And the drama is something that I found to be really fascinating. I really like the themes and messages of the show, especially about regret, being scared of the future, which is something that, let's face it, this is really, really what the show is about. Specifically, the lead character, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Really, really good performance, I have to say. And I also like the supporting characters. We have Olivia Colman, who I've really grown to appreciate her. I've seen her in stuff prior, but it wasn't until The Favorite where I was like, oh, she's an incredible actress. But I really liked to see her in Fleabag. I thought she did such a great job with the role. And also Andrew Scott, who I've seen things here and there. He's quite good too as the priest. I really liked his character, and I thought that the dynamic between the priest and Fleabag was something that was really intriguing. The show is pretty well shot. I also like the fact that these episodes are each paced very well, very well. Like I said, each episode, it does go by fast, but it's not like that addictive show that, you hear a lot about in terms of other shows. It's a really good show. It's really well crafted. I also liked the ending of the first season, how there's a kind of twist that's revealed, and I thought it to be quite effective, honestly. I also liked the series finale. I thought that was something that worked quite a bit, and I think that it tied into all the themes and messages that the show was going for that was previously established. But I think what's even more interesting about the show is the fact that each season you honestly could look at as a movie. And by that, I mean that because of how the episodes are so short and there's only 6 for each one, it would have been a 2.5 hour movie. And I just find that fascinating because instead of just having it where it's a 2-part movie series, you have it where it's a TV series where you watch a little bit at a time. And I think that that's something that's quite fascinating. And I like that in today's day and age, we get something like that. We get little cookie crumbs here and there, and then ends up at the very last episode, that's when the cookie comes together, and it's okay, that's very interesting. Fleabag, it's very well written. I also like the characters. I liked, again, the cinematography. The soundtrack choices were pretty good. There's nothing really bad per se about the show. My only real gripe is that I just feel like the rewatchability value with the show isn't really going to be there. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the want to revisit the show. And it's not, again, because it's bad. It's just because I feel like the rewatchability value just isn't there. It's hard to explain. But obviously only time will tell. I say this now, but I also say this now about certain other things. I said that about First Reformed. I said that about Carol in terms of movies. And guess what? I have them in my collection. I've seen them many times. So you never know. Only the future will tell. But I'm saying right now, as of the filming of this video, those are my thoughts on this show. Again, really, really, really well done show. Just not something I don't know if I'll revisit. I really don't know. But for now, Fleabag, I personally will be giving a... But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on Fleabag down below. Let me know if you liked it, didn't like it, and also, which is your favorite season? Season 1 or Season 2? I personally will have to say season 2, but again, curious to hear your guys' thoughts on which is your favorite. And as always, guys, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.